still real to me, damn it. You haters just knocking it cause you don't understand it. Hot shotting belts in the last second panic. We on long-term booking feet planet. I don't vanish, they want me to fall back. Make room for the others, but nah, I'm sorry. That ain't gonna work for me, brother. The work that we produce make a listener go damn like he working with Farouk. Got you worked into a shoot. I'm the Shawn Michaels of the song cycle. Paul Bearer of the small era, the new face of terror. Toss you off the cage in a fit of rage. Make Foley look like Steve-O or Margera. They wondering if Matt Mania done hit the bricks. We like Terry Funk, homie, we ain't never quit. Pop up unexpectedly, perpetual motion. Jeff Jarrett, getting bags from every promotion. From Quizzlemania to wrestle with regret. Up, up, down, down, then the dynamite with West. I don't wanna upset my political connects, but I was watching wrestling on a black and white set. Scramble box in the living room since Mania 1. And watched ECW since the day it begun. Back on 23rd and Swanson in tattered denim jackets. Swinging like Cornette with tennis rackets. Smiling to the hard cam, get used to the pressure. None fresher, leaving amateurs future endeavored. Raps about wrestling, thought you'd never see the day. Turn it up to 11 like Kurt Angle in TNA. Asking dumb questions, is he face or a hill? Put rappers in hammerlock till I'm making them swill. So record labels to chill, cause I ain't taking the deal. Cause I'm never gonna die like Brett's hatred for Bill. You know accidents happen, but this was on purpose. Lenny Popo, I'm a genius when spitting them verses. Wrestling mag under the seat when I'm sitting in service. Free agent, cause my soul isn't for purchase. Listen, I've been rowdy from Philly to Cobb County. King Booker, don't need nobody to crown me. Leave them triggered like a knee to the face. Cause wrestling is real and people are fake. What?
No matter who you are, whatever you do, please don't try this at home.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome once again to another live episode of Bumps and Bruises podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Marcos. Joined with me again is Derek, aka the tag partner, the brand leader of this particular pod. Just want to shout out Rand for letting us borrow his song, his intro video, until we get one situated for ourselves. Look out for that to come. So we had a couple programs this week, and we also had a couple things that happened that kind of like hit our zeitgeist as wrestling fans that we want to bring up. So first things first, just want to ask you, how was your day or week?
My days?
We last spoke.
Week's been good, man. Week has been good. Nothing special really. Going through the motions, you feel me?
That's what's up. So today's supposed to be the Chinese New Year's for those of you that follow that. So according to the missus, you're not supposed to wear black or white or plain colors, or if you do wear black or white, you're supposed to wear a mixture of the different colors in there. That's why
some colors.
I'm not wearing my normal black hoodie or something, or black wrestling tee. You know how hard it was trying to find something that's not wrestling. So I'm kind of like also cold, so I had to put on this flannel over top of my vintage rock t-shirt. I like that Naya shirt you got there. That's pretty cool.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so let's, you know what? Screw it. Let's take the Band-Aid off. Let's talk about one Kevin Cornelius Nash. His comment.
Jumping straight into it. All right, let's go.
Straight into it, because it's a weird position. Like we got into it right before we started the live podcast, and I want to believe in my heart of hearts, because he's shown himself to be an ally on multiple occasions, that his comments might have been taken out of context. I am not caping for this man at all, but you know me, as if you know me, my personal advice, I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt, even if it's very hard to do so. Now, on the other point of that is, we're talking about Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash was not a wrestling move smith, as they say. He didn't have a career a la Daniel Bryan, not a Bret Hart. You know what I mean? He was known for his 5 or 6 moves, and he did them great. You know, like this man is the king of knowing where his lane was. Like, you know, he wasn't trying to do a drop toe hold on nobody. I believe it was big boot, snake eyes, clothesline, sidewalk slam, power bomb, or jackknife power bomb. We're going home, baby. Like, you know, that was the finish. So what did so before we let's give the full quote as it was saying. And I'm gonna read this directly from the internet. So and he said, and I quote regarding Javon Evans, he said he's an incredible athlete. He's a little bit too effing Mr. Bojangles for me. I wish he was a little bit more urban. I understand it's Netflix. I understand there's a big effing world out there besides the one that a 66-year-old Detroit boy named Kevin Nash wants. But I just want him to have a little bit more edge. But he's not going to have an edge. But if he's not going to have an edge, he knows how to throw. He can strike. He throws a good punch, and he takes his. He basically he says take your time to throw a good punch. Maybe put 2 or 3 together. Something where you effing tell me if this is real or this is the athleticism I have. Not if this issue was real. MFers, I would cartwheel off your MFN body. I will never see. So basically, you know, Kevin Nash is according to Cage Seat News, cagesideseats.com, they're saying that he's considered progressive. So do you think this was a faux pas on his point, or is he thinking with the antiquated 60-year-old white man brain from like the Attitude Era where everybody's like, I'm a tough guy? Like I don't know Javon Evans personally, but I'm like his talent is shining there. Like I get it if we're like this whole thing where everybody has to have a hook or a gimmick. But it's like I don't think Javon Evans is this. And do you think he knows what Mr. Bojangles, what kind of like phrasing that is? Like he could get away with saying like he's very straight laced. He's like a Carlton or like, you know what I mean? Or he's a generic young kid. But like nobody said that about anybody else. And then it's like he doesn't have to have any urban culture. There's a ton of urban and I hate that word. There's a ton of real world reference of individuals based in their personality in the WWE. We have Trick Williams, we have you have my man, the United States champion, him, Mello. You know, you have people that, you know, that's not everybody's hook. Like, you know what I mean? Like
It didn't have to be.
Like not every Hispanic has to be like, oh, Orale Holmes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is giving me Mexico you know, vibes. Like, and I hope he comes out and retracts part of it or something. And he kind of like try to preface it at the same way, like, oh, I'm a 60-year-old dude from Detroit. Like, you know, like I don't know what to say, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts here.
I feel like the 60-year-old man from Detroit comment was to kind of lighten the blow that he's going to end up taking from all this.
But let me go back to the quote, and
Yeah.
just because I have the brain of a gnat, yeah. Do you think, because he didn't preface it with it, he said it right after he made the comments? Do you think he had a mental correction right there, like, "Ooh, Mr. Bojangles"? Like, if people don't know me, that could be taken, you know, out of context.
This
Like,
wasn't live though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Is this podcast live?
I don't think his podcast is live. If anybody in the chat knows,
You know what?
let me know.
Let me just do a Google search here. Is
Why
Kevin
do you wanna
Nash's
touch all the
podcast
buttons? Here,
live?
there. She typing an essay over here.
Who?
This little one.
Yeah, it says it records live episodes. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's recorded. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how we
some
used
of
to
them
do.
are live. I'm not going to waste so much effort to see if this
we're
was
gonna-
live.
We're gonna just say it was recorded. If this was recorded, and he made this comment and then wanted to, throw the little caveat in to kind of like autocorrect it, like he could have easily scratched that recording and started over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even in editing, you know what I'm saying? You can take that out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before it gets to mainstream. So I don't know. As far as Evans goes, I don't think he needs to be, I guess, more ethnic, because I don't see him as
You're
not
right.
being
Isn't
ethnic.
that
know
like
what I'm saying?
what was not said in that comment?
Like,
It's like, I want you to be a brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like
oh, he wants crime time. That's what he wants. He wants that.
that makes no sense, though.
Exactly.
It makes no sense. Like, that's a whole different era.
Listen,
Like, you know what I mean? Like that makes zero sense
under
in
totally different
2026.
management. So
Like, I don't know. It's really crazy to me that this is what in 2026 people were saying. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's a 66-year-old man that should know better. But I'm also like at this point, nothing shocks me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe maybe it's all clickbait.
you know what? I hope that's what it was. I hope that's what it was. Because she should know better. But I know common sense ain't that common nowadays. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. So outside of that, since we're all in the same realm, so thoughts on the F Ice chants in AEW in Australia.
Listen,
Like,
AEW be wildin'.
Like, again, deep in the weeds of the group chat, we were going back and forth. And at this point, I don't even know. Do you think they're cool with it there, or you think they're kind of like, hey man, let's minimize this? Speaking as an individual myself of Hispanic descent, I purchased a couple shirts that say abolish ICE, because of my distaste of the frozen that frozen thing that be just catching people,
Yeah, no, facts. I don't know. I mean, AEW's here to piss people off, I feel like. So I'm gonna say they're cool with it.
This is a natural thing, because I felt like the IWC community, or just fans in general, or Twitter, whatever have you, because at this point it's become mainstream, because it was mentioned on a talk show on Sunday. It was on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. It was always a great show, but you guys should check it out.
Yeah.
Every time, he mentions a wrestling company is either for a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I remember the last time he mentioned something, it was WWE's support of Trump, the Trump administration, their contract with Saudi Arabia, like after the journalist was assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of mentioned it. I haven't watched this week's episode because, we live a life that's very busy with work and everything. So, so we've gone into group chat and we've gone back and forth. I will die on this hill. I feel like because of corporate interests and because of the administration, I don't think AEW is naturally pushing this. Like, do you know what that, like, you know what I mean? I don't think they're like encouraging it, but I think they can't stop it.
I mean, you can bleep stuff out. You can, the run in.
We got the run in from Shane, aka Drizzen. So Shane, I don't know how much you caught, but there's a couple things we're talking about. We're talking about is AEW encouraging the the expression of their fans, or is it more of a situation where they can't control it at this point? And then we're talking about the F Ice chants that now, like to me, it's funny that they're doing it in Australia, because I'm like, there is no ice there. Like, you know. So that's number one. And number two, we kind of went over the Kevin Nash comments, and I read them verbatim, and you know, he said what he said about I like wish he was less Mr. Bojangles and he was more something else. And then he immediately tried to course correct by saying, but what do I know? I'm a 66-year-old guy from Detroit. Now, I was telling Derek that I feel like sometimes, without me being that guy, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, because we're human and we make mistakes. That number one, he might have misspoke because he probably does not know the significance behind the Bojangles, you know, term. You know what I mean?
But like, do you really think that he doesn't know that? You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I mean, this thing,
either that or he chooses to ignore the jaded history behind it.
So the part to me that
hold on. And also, if he was just speaking as a guy that like, you know, that is like, oh, I'm thinking 1990s, everybody needs a hook. Like Derek said earlier, does he want him to be crime time? And we kind of like if you want, like, you know, and I hate to use the word urban or something, if you want pop culture, youth, of African American descent, of brown descent, or whatever, you have that all over the show. Like you have Carmelo, you have Trick Williams, like, you know what I mean? Hell, you got certain parts of the Vision, like Austin Theory. Like if Austin Theory doesn't act blacker than I don't know what, sometimes it's like
it's that Justin Timberlake haircut he thinks he's in.
Yeah, like, so, you know, now that I said all that, let's hear from you. Let's hear what your takes on this are, because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't know what people are thinking. You know what I mean? Because he's a man in his 60s. Like yes, he's seen as a progressive person, but he's again a Caucasian man in his 60s. So that's always a strike against him. And I'm sorry for anybody in their 60s is listening, but it's like, I know my mom and I assume your parents too thought a different way than what we think. You know what I mean?
Oh, my home was very different. Yeah. But the thing for me that raises the biggest flag with the Kevin Nash thing is, as he's going through, the pause that he takes, the 5 to 6 second pause where he goes, I just wish he wasn't so Mr. Bojangles.
Do you think he had other phrases in his mind and he was like, can't say that, can't say that, can't say that, and then it landed on the least offensive one?
I think he probably went for Mr. Bojangles is like the 1 or 2 in that scenario, and was like, all right, there's probably not enough people that know what this is that I can get away with it, knowing that he shouldn't be saying it.
Do you think if he would have said, I wish he was more Fresh Prince and less Carlton, would that still have given
he's still saying the same thing? I wish he was more black.
But what makes him not black though? That's what I want to know.
Nothing.
What makes him less black?
But to an old white dude,
it's like we're in the 1990s. It's like,
so he wants him wearing a shiesty in the ring.
He wants crime time.
The lock stock. That's what I'm saying.
He not wants even crime time. He wants little baby. He wants little baby. He wants him to come out with iced out grills, like the AI photo that we have with people like with the grills. That's what he wants. And it's like
Trevor Lawrence.
But that's the thing. We have that already. We have
nobody's that in the WWE.
No, not crime time, not that the YN type. I'm just saying, like, we have different versions of black culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all throughout the WWE.
Who is he and giving him the benefit of the doubt. Who is he to like I understand if he was like, man, if it was a white guy from Detroit, he'd be like, man, I really wish he was from 8 Mile more than he I know this brother. Like he's not qualified for that. That's like you guys saying like, man, I really wish Andrade or Penta acted more cholo like, and it's like, wait, what?
Yo, low key, real quick. Do you see that second rope Spanish fly that Andrade hit?
Oh yeah,
that was dope. And then he tweeted about it and said, "Oh, here's the new move for Logan Paul to steal."
Hilarious.
I feel like he's a troll. I think Andrade likes to. He realized that clicks equals more push in AEW.
He's got to do something to keep getting re-signed.
I mean, hey, like he's a phenomenal athlete. I wish that, you know what, and this is gonna sound like very close to shut up and dribble. I wish he would just follow the plan, dog. I wish he would,
and I talked about this
like in any company, like, yo, your time will come. Keep killing it.
Right.
Like, yo, like there's a reason why Sammy and the Miz and all these other guys that know that they're like, all right, there's a very big mountain above me. That's why they get the main events. Like, that's why Finn Balor's even considered for this. It's like, bro, if you just shut up, do your job, instead of being like, yo, how come I didn't get promoted? It's like if you started a gig day one and you're like, yo, how come I ain't the manager yet? It's like, dog, chill. Like get recognized. Don't have other people recognize you, not you give yourself accolades.
Hey, my 30-day trial is up. Can I go ahead and get that promotion now, please?
Yeah, it's like, and I get it.
I think what Mama 6106 is saying here is perfect. She nails it. So saying Bojangles is a microaggression and flat out racism. There's a way that you could say that you would want somebody to be more edgy and less pop than by saying they're just over here dancing for massa.
And first of all, let's be honest. If he's talking about edge, they will give Braun Breaker a personality. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's like, oh, he's like a dude he's like a kid that needs Ritalin that just drinks a lot of Mountain Dew.
Yes.
like my man is super vanilla.
But yeah, back to the Nash thing to kind of round this out. I absolutely think it was just a racist comment straight out the gate. He knew it was. That's why he took that time to think about, should I say this? Send it. And it was a dumb decision on his part. But I think he is, because he's typically so progressive that it's going to kind of get, all right, old man says old things. But at the same time, it's definitely one of those things that you go, okay. Yep. He definitely still has that tendency.
Does he walk that back? Does he need to? Do you think he believes he should? Or is this going to be old news?
I could see him. One, I could see it being old news and people going, oh, Kevin Nash is what he is, whatever. Especially the demographic that is his largest fan base, obviously are going to give him the pass of all passes. At the same time, we've seen a decent amount that Kevin Nash is progressive, and Kevin Nash is the type of person that can come out and say, you know what? I chose my words wrong. I shouldn't have said that. That's not how I intended it to come out. Even if it isn't how he intended it to come out, that he could walk it back a little bit. He's also the type of person, and we've seen him kind of address these things in the past, where he could go, that isn't what I was trying to go for. I chose that wrong. What I was trying to say is XYZ. And I'm sorry that I made this comment. I could see him addressing that straight on, but I could also just see sweep it under the rug, move along.
Now, as a fan, as somebody just sitting on the sidelines, should Javon Evans even give this time of day?
No.
Like, even if it's something like, I don't know about that one, bro. Like, so not something directly, but like something that could be like a wink. Like, I hope he doesn't. I hope he just like lets it sit out there like a wet fart. Like,
Javon Evans is Kofi Prime 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the things that Javon is doing, Kofi could have done, but they didn't let them do back then.
No.
But like that move that Javon hit, was it last night? Where off the bottom rope and he did the 2 spins and hit that kick.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous athleticism. Ridiculous.
But it's like I think right now Javon Evans, in terms of his youth and everything, and people would be like, "Oh, his moveset is scary." I was like, "No, his is the athletic feats that he's gonna have to change up his moveset maybe as he gets older."
Yeah,
and we've seen that with Kofi as well. I mean, that happens with everyone.
Yeah, but like Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega had a more vicious moveset than that because it was a lot more bumpy, as they say. You know what I mean?
It was way more stiff. The two of them, especially New Japan, worked incredibly stiff, and I think that's one of the reasons that we're seeing kind of the earlier decline of Omega that we're seeing now.
And so going back to the AEW thing, do you think it's more that AEW isn't not encouraging it, but it's kind of like, we let our wrestlers or our fan base express themselves, or is it more we have no control of what they're gonna do? So the more I felt like the fact that they came out or somebody spread a rumor that it was Warner Brothers distribution, and then it just I felt like it's like somebody poured gasoline on the fire. Because it got even more. I think if that didn't come out, I don't know if Australian fans would have done this.
I definitely agree with that side. I think if it hadn't made major news outlets, then Australia never runs with it at all. There might be a contingent that go, "Oh, hey, let's try and get this started," and maybe it starts organically. But that was everybody in the arena just absolutely going at it, and it's because it's news, it's buzzworthy, it's what they wanted to do. I also think that AEW / Tony Khan is kind of a victim of his own creation, and he's been very, very left, very pro everything, which is great. I absolutely love it. It's one of the biggest things that I give them credit for. And I'm not a huge AEW fan. I want to be, but every time I watch, there will be a match that I'm like, "Oh, this match is going to be amazing." And there's 3 botches in the match from a group of wrestlers that I've seen wrestling for 15, 20 years that have never botched the way that they do. Yeah. And it's because of the production behind the company. And that makes me disappointed. And as much as I try and be a fan, it's hard to kind of really latch onto it. At that same time, one of the things that makes me want to be able to support them are the views that they have that are often in direct contrast of WWE corporate views that are more aligned with my personal values.
How much of that you think it's fan speculation versus what is actually backstage?
In which regard?
Just like the company stance on things.
Well, I mean, one company is standing shoulder to shoulder giving interviews and giving commercials next to Donald Trump and is on the cabinet. Even if they're no longer affiliated with the company or not, they're still part of the creation of the company. And then you have the other side that is running for Congress as Democratic nominees, are allowing talent. There's the picture that's been shared forever of Kenny Omega leaning against the guardrail as somebody is holding a sign that says trans rights are human rights. And he's going, "Yep." CM Punk coming out with very similar attire. And we've had long discussions about this, but CM Punk would never come out with that shirt in WWE because as he went to go through Gorilla, they'd be like, no, dog. Take that shirt off. Here's your shirt. Wear that.
We could disagree on that. I feel like CM Punk can do whatever he wants.
I don't think
as shown by him wearing not anti WWE, but anti CM Punk merch. Like, there's a reason why we know about Violent Gentlemen. There's a reason why even though his shirt was a number one selling shirt, he was wearing like his own Larry t-shirt. Like, you know what I mean? Like I felt like he has the sway.
But those aren't making political statements. If he tries to walk out with a political statement, any side, if he tried to walk out with a shirt that says, I love Donald Trump, they'd be like, nah, dog, get that off. That's going to impact the bottom line. And I think in AEW, I think initially Tony Khan was like, hey, I support all of this. I think now it's a lack of structure within the company that if somebody goes to walk out with a shirt that says F ICE, F Donald Trump, they just walk out. And then Tony Khan would be like, oh my God, did he have that shirt on?
Yeah.
And it would be too late because it's on live television.
Do you think if it's on the other spectrum? Like, because I think what we ultimately decided is that corporate interest trumps everything, and that's a funny phrase,
right?
But I believe it's the fact. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's well known the ties of WWE and, you know, the current administration and everything, but they still in the same boat fired that guy that was in the tag team for his tweets that was right leaning politically.
So again,
and I forgot his name, and I'm not going to remember his name because you know, who cares about this guy?
I know, I can't think of his name, but I know exactly who he is.
Yeah, and it's like because it affected their bottom line. I think WWE wants to put out, like, on TV and in board meetings that they're atypical in terms of politics. Like, they're like, hey, whatever, like, you know, they'll wear like, you know, they'll trot out somebody that's like Cody Rhodes and is like the American Nightmare. And then if somebody in the circle is like, oh man, that's a pro-American guy right there, not knowing anything about the gimmick, and they'll be like, sure, whatever you want. Like, you know, if that makes you happy, go right ahead and believe all that, what you want. But, you know, so one last thing, moving on to the last hot topic, and it's not even a hot topic. I just want to get your opinion. Like, I like Zilla Fatu. I like Zilla Fatu's charisma, of course, his bloodline, and I think he has the means to make it. What do you think is going on with this man in the last 2 weeks? I think he's just out there, just like, you know, to like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's just like, so there I was just blasting. He's just like, everybody's catching strays for no reason.
I don't know that it's for no reason.
Like, do you think this is personally motivated or this financially motivated? You think it comes down to money, or you think it comes down to personal issues?
I think that he has long been someone within the industry that no matter the bloodline, no matter if you like him or not, he has never bit his tongue. And that's come to bite him in the ass over the years many times. And Jacob was viewed in that similar way as well. And then Jacob learned, I got to shut up. And when he did, he immediately got signed. So I think if there was a point that I thought Zilla was following those, but then he started saying more stuff. I mean, it was 4 months ago that it was a given that he was already going to the WWE.
Yeah.
That it was, you know,
now it'll be a surprise. I have zero doubts in my mind that he's going to end up in the WWE before his career is over. But now it's like, I don't know. And again, I don't know this man for Adam. I am a fan. You know what I mean? I've interacted and met with him a couple times, and he's very good with his fans. He's very good at what he does. But like, how much of this is the personal vendetta, or he's been so insulted on offers that they're giving for him? Because, you know, as you know, with any entertainment industry, a lot of stuff is people don't care how many bills you have. They're like, hey man, this is exposure. That in combination with the compensation that I'm offering you, it should be enough for you to say yes. You know what I mean? Like, whereas like John Moxley, for example, I feel like the fee that he was getting in GCW because of the people that he befriended there and the people that he likes wrestling and his love for the indies is probably way smaller than what he gets per date with AEW.
For sure.
Oh, without a doubt.
Production.
And yeah, and then I feel like if like other companies, if they're like so and so only wants this, why do you think you should get more or on par with him when you are nowhere near the status, quote unquote, in the industry? Do you think that plays a lot with it? And honestly, I got whiplash in terms of following like him and Booker T's feud. Like, is it real? Is it not real? Like, I thought they meant it because he was at Booker T's thing like this weekend, right?
I thought, when is the MJF match this weekend?
No, that's in it's this weekend, but it's going to be in New York for HOG.
In New York, yeah.
So
that's for House of Glory, right?
Yep. Do you see a world where Zilla ends up in AEW? And again, as a fan, the rumor mill is that if he goes to a competitor or signs with somebody else, he's burning his own bridge. Unless he breaks through so crazy that they reconsider.
I don't know, but I just got distracted by my man stealing his baby applesauce.
Oh, it's actually mine. She stole it. She took it.
He said a little sip. I was
mine.
like, oh.
But bottom line, I hope this young man gets what he wants out of the industry. I'm a fan of his, and I hope cooler heads prevail and that, you know, we get to see him on a national stage because I think he does have talent. So,
I think he does have talent. I think he still needs to polish. I think House of Glory is a great spot for him right now.
Okay.
That was one of the things when, you know, it was like a given that he was going to WWE. I was like, man, like, people have been disappointed in, you know, the Gorillas of Destiny coming in and because they do make some mistakes sometimes, and that's been their MO from the jump. They were a top 5, if not top 3 tag team for several years when New Japan was absolutely jumping off, and they were still making mistakes in the ring because that's kind of been, they just go for it. They wrestle with kind of reckless abandon.
I also think that with Gorillas of Destiny, I think that finally promotions are noticing that Tama Tonga is being tied down by the tag team scene. And I feel like they've been tagging so long that it's going to be hard for Tonga Loa to like develop that chemistry with somebody else, even their other brother, Tala Tonga.
He is taller than they are.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get to TV. So
talking about it.
Yeah, I will say really quickly before we jump, if they bring in their old theme song,
and it's owned by them,
immediately catapult up the chart.
It's owned by them.
I thought they owned it, so they can easily license it over to WWE.
But hey, man,
because if they come back with that, they're immediately jumping up because it's so catchy. It's pulling that Kit Wilson.
Yeah. So WWE TV, and it was a mixed bag this week. So Friday night, and started off with Tiffy time. Like I completely forgot she won. She's in the. She just came back because I feel like her spot is just. I don't get it. Like, and then I feel like Nia Jax and Lash Legend are there just to bully every baby face. Like, I think that's their role, which I love, by the way. Like, it gives them something to do before what I believe eventually they're going to be the top heel team that is going to get the tag titles. But I think once they get the tag titles, there's nobody equipped to get them off of them.
I think that Lash Legend could be pushed harder and faster than they did with Jade Cargill, and she could be so much better than Jade has been. Even though, as a person, I love Jade. She looks like an action figure. She should absolutely be Storm in X-Men, like cast her right now. But Lash Legend is everything that Jade Cargill is, but better.
Okay. So
you're a hater.
You have.
But I was getting ready to say, I want to throw it to Derek right now because I'm talking about two people that he loves. But I'm saying that one is better than the other.
I mean, and that's okay. Look, I get it. I know. We all know that Jade is green. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know what I'm saying, being in the industry, because AEW didn't do her justice. You know what I'm saying? As far as,
and I don't think that they didn't do her justice. I think that they captured lightning in a bottle.
I think so too.
And if they would have pushed her down the card, it would have been detrimental for the company in terms of their PR.
But I feel like they had her as champion. You know what I'm saying? For as long as they did, she should have been taking on everybody, whether it was for the title or not.
I think that, that the people that they had her take on, they protected her in the ring, and it still showed that she was green. Like, number one, she's a phenomenal athlete, and probably like I'm sitting here talking like if I could wrestle, like, you know what I mean? But it's like
take time, kind of exactly what Jade needed.
Yeah, and I think the WWE, I don't think that they overpushed her. I think that the contract that she got, they were like, all right, we got to get her out there. Like, we can't get her lost in the shuffle.
And somebody that looks the way that she does,
yeah,
you want that on TV. I mean,
yeah, but it's not a movie. You can't edit around her, you know?
Right. And that becomes the trouble. But she has arguably the best look in all of women's wrestling. Like, she's got height, she's got tone that nobody can match. She's got like the visual, like, model style face. And
she's aesthetically pleasing to the
no, I'm not even saying like she's overly attractive or anything like that. She is legitimately like the total physical package. And the way that she styles her hair has that, like, oh damn, who is that? Like, immediately as she walks out, like, that's a draw immediately. And then she stops and looks like a superhero that is normally CGI'd, and that's just her. Like, that pushes her up the card immediately. And I think that's kind of what happened in AEW. And then WWE latched onto that and had to do the exact same thing. You can't have somebody that fits that bill sitting in the back. She is, if you could put, you know, Finn Balor on, you know, Grayson Waller, like, just stretch him with the size and height, but keep that definition. That's what Jade is.
Yeah.
And
I can see that, but
you can't hide that person away.
It's again, like, if she would have had the athleticism and just the acumen to absorb moves and stuff like a Logan Paul, she would probably be the greatest woman star right now.
You know, it's funny that
she doesn't.
I said, like, if you could put Finn Balor, and that's essentially what Logan Paul is. As much as I dislike Logan Paul because of who he is as a person, that's what he is. He's that same type of thing where you go, oh shit, like, he's the blonde hair, blue eye, 6'2", 6'3", and shredded. That you go, this guy has to be on the card.
Jumping ahead, now that he's taking over, and it's very obvious now on Monday Night Raw that Logan Paul is the leader of the Vision now. By how he talks and everything, it makes sense. He's the biggest name in the group.
He's arguably
the most
biggest
athletic
name in the industry.
Yeah. So this could be, and it leans him. He has somebody that can talk to him.
I am just straight pissing off Derek today.
But let's talk about what happened here. So they did tease us with a tag match, Lash Legend and Nia versus Riho. And it came to a known contest.
Is that their name now?
Huh?
Is that their name now?
Yeah.
It's kind of always been tossed around.
Yeah, that's what they like. Literally, that's what they're listed.
That's interesting. Okay,
and I like it because it gives them something to do. But I think I think Elimination Chamber is gonna mess everything up. I can easily see Rhea Ripley winning, or like
New blood,
because Bianca's not coming.
Somebody in that box. The internet worlds is saying Bianca in that box.
No, she just literally said she's having surgery today.
She had surgery like 2 days ago or yesterday.
Yeah. If surgery was what she needed the entire time and they figure it out a year later,
which is why did it take so long?
You know, who's in the box,
it was like it's a multitude of surgeries, and she finally just said, I gotta say something. You know what I mean? Because the fans are bugging out.
Because where you at?
Can we just jump since it got brought up? Who's in the box?
Who's in the box?
Who's in the box?
Listen, I don't.
Who?
It's The Rock.
In what box?
It's
they have a secret competitor.
There's a box.
I thought it's set to who's going to be the last chamber match.
No, there's a box that got delivered.
Oh, did you not see the box?
You didn't see the box on Monday?
So a crate that is like person-sized crate,
human-sized crate. It got delivered. She saw the box
to Monday Night Raw.
I'm telling you right now.
And Adam Pearce is sitting there, and he's like, "What is this? What is this?" And it says, "Delivered to WWE. Do not open until 2/28/26."
Which is what date is that? Is that a pay-per-view date?
Chamber.
That's chamber date.
So who you think is going to be? Is it going to be a female star?
It's Jericho.
And then, first of all, I'm just going to say it because apparently I missed this part yesterday. That is a stupid way to debut somebody.
Well, so then Pierce is like, "What is this? Does it say it's addressed to me?" And the guy's like, "Well, no, it's not." And like flips through his paperwork, and he goes, "Then ship it to SmackDown and let Aldis deal with it." The guy goes, "Okay." So now it's going to pop up on Friday. It's going to be Jericho.
You think so?
I think it's Jericho. What is Jericho known for?
Fix the timing.
He comes back.
Yeah.
What's Jericho known for every time he comes back? How does he debut?
A surprise.
A countdown. So we got a countdown till 2/28. What was the guy flipping through to try to find out where it was supposed to be delivered to?
Okay.
A list.
The list.
Sometimes I can pull it.
I mean, the math is mathing. So I mean,
So I sat there and I was like, "Is this the most obvious thing ever? Like, is this about the most obvious thing that they are like just forcing on us? Because this,
I don't know, because that didn't click for me.
to me.
It didn't click for me.
I don't know.
So.
There's a couple things that WWE is like, I don't understand. I don't understand. What do they do with the Adam Pearce Vision storyline? Like,
where did that go? Who was the phone call?
Listen, I'm still trying to figure out 2 years later, what was the note that The Rock gave Cody on the Raw after Mania when he won the title. So
apparently that was an actual personal note that they shouldn't have put on television.
Nah, I need to know what the note is. It was on TV. I need to know what it is.
Okay.
Apparently the note was like a very loving and caring note talking about how their fathers were together and came up together and now they're together. And
can we talk about how The Rock chooses the wrong moments to do shit like this?
He killed the industry for like 3 months straight, and then he almost killed WWE when he was like, "I'm going to take my ball and go home." And I'm a Rock fan. I watch his movies. They're dumb. I still enjoy them.
All of them? All his movies are dumb?
I've seen The Tooth Fairy. It was dumb. I enjoyed it.
All. I didn't say all.
Do you think
Tooth Fairy was dumb?
Switching gears back to SmackDown, do you think we're going to get a proper Last Legend Nia Jax versus Riho at some point? And I also feel like
it's a pay-per-view match.
Yeah,
but it's WrestleMania.
If Rhea doesn't win the Chamber, then yes.
But do they shoehorn the Bellas, which I feel like they're like, we're coming for the belts, and then the Bellas went home. But I think that's more the Bellas on a super prime part-time schedule.
I would hope so, because they've both been injured from here to the end of the earth and back.
Yeah.
And now they're 10 years, 12 years older than when they were doing this last.
I just hope they really do something. I feel like they have something there in the tag team
Mama commented again, and she said, "What if it's not a person in the box? Like, what if it's not? Like, what if it's just like?"
Then what would it be?
I don't know. It's a Money in the Bank briefcase.
But like,
big ass box.
first off, that's a huge box.
The gobbledygooker.
Yeah, what if it was the gobbledygooker? What's in the egg?
Right? Oh my god, I hated that. I hated the egg thing.
What did you guys think about what is going to be the tee up to the multi-man United States title match?
I think it's got potential to be amazing because the people in the match have the potential to be amazing.
First of all, shout out to Apollo Crews, one of the nicest people that I ever met. I'm glad he had TV time for the last 2 weeks, bro.
Yo,
because we ain't seen him in forever.
Popped up like, I'm back.
Bro, like so out of all these people, so of course you got the 5 faces and you have MFTs. What combination of these people do you put in a ladder match or in a multi-man match for the United States title? Because it's not going to be all of them.
You could easily do
just Solo from the MFTs, or is it Solo and Tama, or just Tama? Because it looks like Tama is the one that got the pin.
He's got to be in it, in my opinion. So I think Tama's got to be in there. If Tama's in there and they don't put Solo in something else, then I think Solo gets added in. I think they keep Cardona in there because they want to keep his momentum. Same with Ilya. And then Carmelo obviously is going to be in there. It'd be real weird to have Apollo come back and then just be like, nah, go back to catering again.
How many did, and maybe
they would do
remember this, and I'm going to look it up. How many people are typically in those multi-man matches?
I mean, they've done anywhere from 2 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So they could potentially have all of them and then kind of make it, well, all the singles guys, you know, have Tama and like 7, make it an 8th. You have Tala or hell, give JC Mateo a bone here.
Yeah, I think you could easily. I still struggle so much to call him JC Mateo. Like, I'm like, oh, Jeff Cobb. That's not his name anymore.
And I think it's very tongue in cheek because they're probably like, hey, you want to be Jeff Cobb? And he's like, you know what? Let's reference it, but not BJ.
Right? Let's throw it out there. Royce Keys, anybody?
I mean,
why they
Royce
throw
Keys,
up Powerhouse
he
Hobbs
chose
and
that.
then go
He chose that. So that's already been disputed that he chose it. So leave him be. But JC Mateo, he can easily, when he leaves this faction, be like, you know what? I don't want to be known as JC Mateo. My name is Jeff Cobb, and then cuts a promo. You know what I mean?
I think it would be really hard to do that after they referenced it and said, this is his name now. I think it's really hard to walk that back. It just looks like you don't know what you were going for in the beginning. It wouldn't be the first time that we've seen that.
I mean, but he can easily say like my JC, and then they could be like, hey man, it's like who? It's like, actually, you know what? My name, like, I don't want to be known as Jason Mateo. You can call me by, you know, my full name, which is Jeff Cobb.
Right.
You know, because it could easily be like JC Mateo. That's literally there. Unless they say it's Jabberwocky Chipmunk Mateo. Like, I don't know. Like, it's there.
I mean, they've gotten rid of names and given people back names like before.
It definitely happens without a doubt.
Even with Theory, he was Austin Theory, then he was Theory, then he was Austin Theory. Now he's the guy in the mask #1,
Justin Timberlake.
Moving down the line on SmackDown, Julia qualified. I'm sorry,
no,
Alexa Bliss qualified.
Yeah. I was actually really surprised by that.
Why?
Are they pushing for a breakup of Bliss and Charlotte Flair, giving them a one-on-one match, or we already had that? I felt like last year.
I hope they don't break them up yet because their story has made them.
They're doing so good and they're having fun.
But like, so it's a head scratcher when they're sticking these particular women in the Elimination Chamber match, and I'm trying to see here. right now the people that have qualified. It is Tiffy, Rhea, Alexa, Asuka, and what presumably is going to be, I think who's the last one that's qualifying? It's going to probably be Raquel Rodriguez. So
That
what
makes most
happens
sense.
there? Like, I don't know. There's no clear-cut person that I believe is going to be in that match out of these people. Unless it's going to be Tiffy. Do you think it's Tiffy? Like, is that the obvious choice?
Tiffy is the most obvious choice, I think.
Because you can't shoehorn Rhea, because then she got to drop the titles in what essentially is not going to be a feud that she goes into.
I think
You
they're
got to
going to
think about it.
Wow,
Elimination
she can,
Chamber,
like, women's champions have held both titles before.
but
and
then
they literally
have a situation.
They literally did it on Monday, though.
I know, but you got to think about, like, how do they figure out, because that burns an entire match that you have if they have Rhea in that WrestleMania.
It's double duty.
Huh?
It's double duty. Becky ran double duty when she was 2 belts.
Okay. If maybe night 1, night 2.
Yeah, obviously not the same night, but you know what I'm saying? Hell,
Okay,
I mean the men just did it in Philly. You know,
I can see that.
everybody
do you
lost their
want-
titles, but you know,
Do you want Rhea to run over? Because that could change storylines. Because then if it's Rhea, then you have to have Rhea lose. Because you're not going to move her to SmackDown. It doesn't make sense.
it'd just be a belt swap.
No, but then you have not Alexa. Then you have Liv Morgan possibly moving. And I don't think that works either.
I mean, okay, so y'all think Liv is winning? Because that's what I think.
I think Liv is
beats,
winning.
Velcro, and she takes the dub.
I think she
Velcro.
is winning.
Listen, it's been 92 days without Naomi, and I can't feel in my left eye, and I still can't hear out of my right ear. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
Or honestly, give Alexa the shot.
and who?
At Jade.
Alexa doesn't beat Jade though.
And you can somehow shoehorn Charlotte into it.
Like,
That'll be the best outcome. You have 2 big names surrounding Jade.
hell, you send out the link to the. Never mind, he's in.
So, hello. If it isn't the man that's been nominated to be our amazing friend, Mr. Raheem Megaran.
Yo,
How's it going,
It's
sir?
another run-in.
yo,
A lot of running.
2 on 1 night is
Should've-
crazy.
I should have wore a mask.
Oh man, no, you need a black hoodie.
Black
That's
hoodie,
all you
yeah.
need.
Oh man.
So, what we
we're
were just
talking
talking about is we're trying to do the WWE math in terms of the women's elimination chamber, based on the people that qualified so far, which is Stratton, Ripley, Bliss, Asuka, and I think Raquel Rodriguez is going to be the lock to be the last person. So, out of all these people, the only individuals that make sense in terms of challenging for Jade Cargill's belt is Stratton or Alexa Bliss. Because, you know, Rhea, like, even if she does double duty, I don't think she's going to job to Jade, and I don't think she's going to move to SmackDown.
Oh, you think they're gonna do a tag team title match at Mania?
I think so. All the signs are there. They have been doing proper feuds with everybody. I think Lash Legend and Nia finally get a title shot, and I also think that we do get the Bellas in the mix somehow for Mania. I think that's why they even came back, both of them. So they
Yeah,
could do a
That
multi-women
Mania
tag.
money, baby.
Yeah, get
gonna
multi-women
get that
tag.
payday. And this
And-
is the most like star-studded that the tag titles have been in a minute. Women's tag titles, like you got your 2 biggest women holding them.
Yeah,
So yes, you got to put that on the show.
Yeah.
Well,
Now you could take out one obvious tag team, having Alexa Bliss win, right? Elimination Chamber, and then kind of make it a friendly, two dudes with attitudes situation where her and Charlotte and then it ends up being a triple threat where Alexa and Charlotte miscommunicate and one of them gets pinned by Jade, because I think Jade has to leave Mania with the belt.
she does.
I think so.
He said, "Hold up."
Why does she? I mean,
Because then the experiment will be horrible, bro. One title shot in 70 something days.
yeah. The fact that
like
they've
there's no
highlighted
burial there, but it's like,
that.
you're not credible. Like
I
that's
actually just
literally
thought of
promo
one.
101.
I thought of one. I don't know if I haven't been watching, so pardon me if this isn't possible. But what about Jordan Grace?
She lost already.
She just lost.
That was her one defense this past Friday.
Okay, so she's
Friday, and it wasn't even a close match. Like they kind of squashed Jordan, which I thought.
No, Jordan made her look like a true wrestler.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, Jordan made her look like $1 million.
Okay.
So
that was just her job.
Bit squashy for my taste, though, because I'm a Jordan fan, so that is probably part of the reason. But I wanted to see Jordan look a little bit stronger, and I think it would have pushed it would have elevated both of them if they had kind of talked more about how the two of the strongest women in the division, like going head to head.
Yeah. I guess she's not ready for a Mania situation yet. So she's got to be a stepping stone.
But Jade is.
She's a champ. She's a flag bearer right now. It's all about being backed into a corner.
Well, it's what I was saying earlier, the aesthetics of it. When they faced off, Jordan is like a foot shorter than Jade.
Yeah, she's too small. So for that, I thought, is Charlotte not going to make it into that mix? You think?
I think no. I don't. Wait, I think Charlotte lost?
Oh yeah.
Is she in the last qualifying match?
Oh,
I think she did lose, didn't she?
Hold on. Elimination. Qualifying match. I think they're saying. All right. So.
Oh, remaining qualifying matches are Kiana James, Charlotte Flair, and Nia Jax. And then.
Okay,
Raquel,
so it's going to be Charlotte Flair.
And Kairi Sane.
So
I could see them doing because Mania, you put everybody on the card because everybody wants their payday. I could see them doing a fatal 4-way type thing for the women's belts with Lasha, Nia, Charlotte. Well, no, Alexa's already qualified, so throw all that out.
Yeah, how do you like make that make sense though? How do you go from like the winner of this gets the title match to a fatal 4-way?
Same way Rhea did it last year.
Same way Rhea did, yeah. Like she shoehorned her
in the
way
middle.
into Bianca's match, and now we ain't got Bianca for a whole year.
You know,
I blame Rhea.
Alexa comes out.
It's Rhea's fault.
Alexa, no. Alexa comes out, right? Starts cutting her promo if she wins. Or if Charlotte wins, you can swap it back and forth. And then Jade comes out, does what she's been doing the last couple of months, just throw the beats on her. And, whoever gets the beat down has to leave for the night. And then they go to Nick Aldis, be like, yo, I want revenge for my friend. If so facto, they beat Jade Cargill clean in the ring in a non-title match. Then boom. Well, I think I deserve a title shot too.
Man, they do that so much, and it feels lazy and shoehorned. But I guess it's.
I
fine.
just think I think you hedge your bets, and I'm sorry if I'm gonna piss off Derek. You have to have two great, reliable hands to make Jade look good. You don't want a repeat of the Usos match on the biggest stage in the world. You know what I mean?
And so who would be that if it was the Usos match for Jade? Like who?
Anybody that she faces one on one. Because the thing about Jade is she's green, and that could cause things that can make her be a wet rag for somebody trying to put her through a good match. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say they match her up with like, here's an example. Tiffy Time and Ric Flair and Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte. On paper, that should have been an excellent match. But it was horrible because they didn't have the chemistry.
That's because they had real life beef. You can't bring up the lady's divorce record.
Yeah, I think the beef
is gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? Didn't she break or lose a tooth? Didn't she chip a whole tooth?
Yeah.
That was real life.
Like I can't see Alexa Bliss guiding Jade Cargill in a match. Like, you know what I mean? Because she physically does not have the power to be like, you know what? I know you bring me this way.
Nia Jax is gonna win.
Oh, right? So Nia.
She's gonna win.
Oh no, she needs somebody else in the ring that can wrestle. So not Nia.
So you saying Nia can't wrestle?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not that she can't wrestle. She's not.
Matter of fact,
there's certain people.
Are you streaming? I mean, you ain't streaming. Everybody can go to hell.
Think about this. Like, you guys have played spades before, right?
Uh-huh.
If you're not a good player that's strong enough to carry somebody that's not that good, then you guys gonna fail. You have to pair them up with somebody who's like, don't worry about it. I'll make up for your deficiencies. I don't think Nia is not a great wrestler. I just think she's not strong enough to be a hand. Now they could go buck wild and give Asuka the title shot. Asuka will make her have a 5-star match that she'll be like, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make you look great.
Yeah. Asuka loses. She loses all the big matches, so it's fine.
Yeah. And honestly, I think it makes sense, even as green as she is, that Jade walks in and out with that belt. Or else it'll be a failed experiment.
It's best for business.
It is best for business.
It's best for business, as in they're looking at Triple H and looking at this contract. They're like, dog.
Well, I mean, we don't know how long her deal is, but like, how long do you think her deal is? And
I think it's a standard 3 years. Three, maybe 5.
So how long has it been? 2?
Yeah.
So
sure. Yeah. She went to WrestleMania her first year.
Yeah.
That was Philly.
Yeah, but again, it was in a very green friendly environment. She had 3 other hands with her that made her.
There was what? A total of 6 people. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was 5 other people that is like, oh, we're gonna get it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's the old New Japan or celebrity match added, where you have the hand. That's why Dolph Ziggler was like on every pay-per-view. He was always teamed up with whatever random celebrity was there. It's like him and the Miz are like, don't worry about it. We will make the match happen. Like, I'm literally gonna throw you on this person.
Yep.
Just try not to die. Just keep your hands out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
break your fall.
I don't think Alexa is the answer though. Like, you got to put somebody in there that you at least think has a chance. You know what I mean?
We say that though, but
I think, speaking of that, Alexa, of what he just said,
Alexa and Nia though, really quickly. Alexa,
I'm not quite sure how.
No, not you. Bliss and Nia had really good matches when everyone was like, "Oh, Nia's the worst thing in the division." She and Bliss had some really great matches together, and
no, that's a good point.
Body type that shouldn't have been anything. You should have been like, "Oh, we'll throw her down on the ground and lay on her, and it's over." But they both made it look good.
And
all right, there, go.
Bliss, she turned into a hand after being one of those people that were like, "Why do people like her?" She was really good in the ring.
Yeah. No, okay. And yeah, the David and Goliath story, I mean, it works, it sells, you know, like, oh, you don't think I could do this, but watch me shock the world, you know.
Because there's nobody saving her.
No, before we get too deep.
Unless they're working us like Seth, which I don't think they're gonna do it. I think WWE maybe learned their lesson. It's like, let's stop doing fake injuries because all of our stars are falling to the weirdest injuries ever.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of injuries, man. People,
It's
That's why
crazy.
that's not why you never call out and say, "Oh, it's because my so and so passed away."
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you
But
can't do it.
the one thing, and again, I apologize, Derek. I know this is gonna piss you off. The one thing about his division now is actually headlined by their biggest star. He's their ipso facto leader right now. Like, I love what he's done in the last week and a half.
Is that who we're going to? What?
All right, hang on. Derek's been trying to get this thought out for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes now.
Go ahead.
Oh, it was cool. It was cool. We was gonna get to there anyway. Nah, just because Rand mentioned you got to put someone in there that's believable to win, and I feel like just going to the men's qualifier match that we got, you know what I'm saying, this past Monday. Why do they always put Gunther in these qualifying matches? Why do they always put Gunther against these smaller guys? Because they put him against Evan and they put him against Evans in the John Cena thing, and he beat Evans, which you know, okay, it makes sense. He's the bigger guy. Whoop whoop, this, that, and the third. It shouldn't have been him. I'm just gonna say that, and I'm gonna leave it alone. But then they put him against Evans and Dom, you know, and you know, with my wrestling brain that I have, that we all have, I was like, okay, well, they're gonna put Gunther in the match because they put him against.
But they fooled you.
Guys. And you know what? Thank God that they did, because yeah. I think
Javon Evans is gonna be the highlight of the chamber. I
Listen,
think they were like
he's gonna pull a Montez.
Like,
oh
he's
yeah,
gonna pull a Montez.
Show out.
I want to see him win though.
He's just not gonna win. But he's gonna show out.
Give it to him.
I just think that there's too many old
first one out
in that chamber for them.
He's first one out, yo. I'm sorry.
Listen, but who do y'all think? Who do y'all think goes in with the Priest, Trick, and Mello? Because I want Trick.
I think
I don't want to see Priest just because it's not entertaining. And
I think it's going to be Mello.
If Priest qualifies, it's because he's
no. I'm sorry, it's going to be Trick.
Man, poor Priest.
I like Priest though.
If he qualifies, then we might get Bad Bunny. I think that's what that means.
Yo,
if he's still alive, then that means Bad Bunny is somewhere possibly considering a WrestleMania appearance.
Dude, with the halftime show, the entrance from Bad Blood keeps making the rounds on social media. Every time, like the hair on the back of my neck stands up. I'm like, this is one of the greatest entrances of all time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was so lit. I honestly think, I mean, as much as I would love to see it, I think Bad Bunny's bigger than WrestleMania at this point.
I mean, he was bigger than WrestleMania when he came.
And then he did Bad Blood. Granted, we were in Puerto Rico, but
it was Backlash, right?
It was Backlash.
Backlash.
But yeah, like a secondary pay-per-view. So like not the main.
Which I think honestly is even worse than Bad Blood.
But they made it a big deal.
I think Cody qualifying, to finish out SmackDown.
Like that was bad.
No, I think it was good because that 100% means that Jacob Fatu is going to come in and rip the cage door off and beat the brakes off of Cody.
I feel like it should have been Jacob that qualified because for whatever reason, to me, and I'm just speaking for me, and this is not no Cody hate. Cody chasing the title is so good.
I don't think he's going to have a title match at WrestleMania. That's my hot take.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I agree. I don't think he'll be
been
a title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he doesn't need one. Do you think, and I came in and maybe that's what you were talking about when you were like, I'm pretty sure they don't want to pull any fake injury angles because they're pretty much bad luck. Mm-hmm. But is there any way that we possibly believe that this Bianca Belair thing is a flim flam?
But why? And how is that going to
in the box?
How is that? First of all, like that, if that is Jericho, that is the dumbest way to come back. So we're supposed to believe. Think about this. You're just an adult. You're not even a child. You're an adult because at a certain point, you got to be 13 or something to watch WWE, right?
Yes.
Just that. So you think a human being is going to be in a crate,
right?
For
2 weeks. For 2 weeks.
The holes are in the back.
No nothing.
The holes are in the back. You can't see them. They're in the back.
That is some Looney Tunes WWE 1993.
Yeah,
Undertaker
gobbledygooker.
Hey,
which we reference gobbledygooker with
gobbledygooker.
But let's put it like this: if it's not actually for the Elimination Chamber, let's say it happens like after Chamber is over, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, the crate. We have to open the crate." They put it up on the entrance. all the lights go out. Light shines down on it. Fog starts coming out. All four sides drop at once, and Jericho's standing there with his back towards it. And then the music hits and break the walls.
But he
That
needs to
place
light
would
up
erupt.
They would go crazy. They would go
it's
crazy.
also like I would only be cool with this if somebody later on, somebody that's a wordsmith, like CM Punk, or come across him and just be like, even if it's a throwaway line, like they did the Kofi Kingston accent, and be like, "Hey man, how did you breathe for 2 weeks in that crate?"
Which they definitely
And then he'd be like,
they will. They
reference
have
it afterwards, but if the
make
show
it silly.
ends, Jericho arm spread, like whoever wins the chamber is in the ring celebrating. They've already lifted the chamber. Then they unveil the box, and it's Jericho, and he turns around, and they start mouthing back and forth to each other, and we cut. That's the end.
Man,
What do y'all want to be in the crate?
I don't know.
Let's
That's the
talk about
stupidest
what it
angle
could
right
be.
now for me.
I don't know.
But-
It is a stupid angle. It's as
It's
bad as
stupid.
who's on the
Listen,
telephone.
But I liked it. I liked how Shane broke it down.
It
know what I'm
screamed
saying?
it to me.
The countdown, the list, them going through. Like I loved it. It was
they
great.
did a lot of.
Did you get a chance to see the segment?
I didn't know. I saw some pictures, like some still shots, and they're like, "Oh, there seems to be some clues that it's Jericho."
Oh, I hadn't even seen that. So
Where they're like, "Oh, the guy who brought it up had a list, like a
he
list
starts
like Jericho's
flipping through
list."
a list, and I was like, "It's a clipboard with a list."
So it's like maybe they're planting some seeds. Yes, it is stupid, but at the same time, like they're gonna go crazy for it.
And
Like,
Jericho always comes back with a countdown. Don't open till 2:28. That's a built-in countdown.
yeah.
I don't know.
Like I said, the breakdown is
a
great.
human being.
A
It's
human
stupid.
being
It
inside.
is
Yes,
stupid.
yes, it is.
Yes,
stupid.
it is, but it's wrestling. We've
It's
gotten
wrestling.
stupider.
It's wrestling.
Rey Mysterio was thrown off the top of the WWE.
I
Oh,
get
off
that.
the
I
building.
get
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
He also
and
had
that
his
Money in the
eyeball
Bank?
popped out.
Yeah,
He
the
got killed.
homicide. Committed
He got
crime.
murdered on TV.
Yeah.
So Marco's hating this idea. Who or what is in the box for you?
For
What do
me,
you want to see? Yeah, what do you want to see? What do you want to see come out of the box?
nothing. I want him to like forget about it. Be like,
You can't forget about it.
Nothing.
This
That's
ain't
funny.
Men in Black.
We don't
all right?
have the neuralizer. There is no Men in
Exactly.
Black going on.
you know what? I wanted to piss the fans off. I'll be like, what is in the box? And they opened it. Say his name and he appears.
And once again,
Right.
how did he breathe for 2 weeks?
How did he breathe?
And he
Yeah.
But
lived-
he's
he
done
was living in
stupid
a
shit like that
refrigerator on
before.
NXT,
In
and then opened their
NXT, he
first
popped
store.
out of trash cans. He popped out of closets.
Listen,
He
you
does
know
pop
that's
out.
that's what he does, man.
I think it's super lazy because
He's the Kool-Aid man.
we're in the process of a hoodied guy already. So it's
Yeah.
just
What if-
like it's so
What if that was
lazy.
Jericho.
Or maybe it's all the same. Like the masked man is in the box.
It can't
He
be.
comes
It
out of the
can't be.
box and he's got the mask on.
At
He's
this
got the
point-
hoodie on.
At this point, if it's Seth Rollins, why?
I mean,
Wow.
Seth isn't known for being,
Like
in a
sneaky.
box.
sneaky in a box. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, but like,
we've had
is he
people
really
pop out
mad
of
at
cakes
Logan
before.
Paul? Is he mad at Logan Paul? Logan Paul had nothing to do with this.
Listen,
Right.
you gotta
Or is he
bring out
mad
everybody.
at?
If he's a part of the
and-
vision, he's a part of the vision. He's an op.
No,
So is he mad at Heyman and by proxy Logan Paul?
he's about to realign himself with the Shield, and they about to cause havoc, man.
Speaking of, have you all seen that new edit that they released of WrestleMania 40 and all the entrances?
No.
Hmm.
Which, Derek, you could see yourself in there like 4 or 5 times.
Can I? Yeah, that's great. Look at
Yeah.
that.
But it's an edit that cuts between all the different cameras. And I think it's part of like one of the cuts is that dude that was behind me that I made friends with so I didn't get kicked out. Because they
What's-
had that camera card.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I thought it was gonna be a storyline clue or something.
No,
But
no,
I
they-
just found you'll love this. This is a Clutch Sports top predictions of who's in the box. No, the Sportster. Okay, they
It
said
should be the
5.
corpse of Jericho.
Chris Jericho. Most obvious pick, a countdown or something popping out of a crate, breaking the walls down would make
Ooh.
a lot of sense.
Yep.
So we'll see. And Chicago is where Jericho debuted in 99. Number 4,
Yeah,
Danhausen.
Oh my gosh, no! There's no way it's Danhausen.
But
Danhausen
it's
would
not
fit
NXT.
a silly gimmick of the crate. I don't think he's main roster material, so maybe not at this time, but who knows? Number 3, Evil.
NXT.
We gotta
crate,
get some good things.
crate signifying being shipped from another country, blah, blah, blah. I don't think so, but maybe. His real life
Evil
partner is
fits
EL
better
Sky.
With
So
Nakamura
maybe,
feuding with MFTs.
right. We're talking about him possibly joining up with making a faction. 2, this, I don't believe it. Bianca Belair. She just revealed the surgery, but again, this could be a swerve. A box seems dumb for something like that.
I think we'll know immediately as to which elimination chamber comes on the air, because I think the reveal of the box is going to be at the end of chamber, unfortunately. And if it's the women's chamber, then yeah, it's a women's superstar coming back.
If they reveal the box in the middle of the show, I feel like they're wasting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they do it at the end. I mean, the scenario you laid out, Shane, makes the most sense. The show is over, and then lights go down.
Or the fake show is over. They pull the Paul Levesque and whoever the other producer is.
Yep. And then lights go down. It gets wheeled out right at the very end. You get 30 seconds tops of the box and it busting open and somebody turning around and crowd going nuts and show over.
And if it's Jericho, that place explodes.
What if it's, and listen to me,
hear me out,
Goldberg? No.
Oh my God.
Listen to their number 1 pick from the Sportster.
Oh, we didn't get to number 1.
We didn't get to number 1.
I thought Jericho was the number 1.
He was 5.
They went from 5 for some reason. Jericho, Danhausen, Evil. I think this is in order of bad idea because number 1 is the worst one of all. It is AJ Styles with a new gimmick.
With a mask? AJ with a mask.
BJ Styles.
But the hair comes out of the mask because you still gotta have the soccer mom pop.
So we're gonna have a Mr. America?
Yo, he comes out. It'll be obviously him. He's just like, yo, AJ Styles is done. I'm his cousin, BJ Styles.
Juan Cena? We're gonna have a Juan Cena. You remember that? I really wish they would have brought that to TV, bro.
He comes out as Suicide.
Listen, he's
First of all, that was a wild name back then, bro.
Right? Well,
wild
to
ass
get
name.
away with it. That name now would be wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
Did we talk about how they announced Dude Wipes as a sponsor before acknowledging Black History Month?
Wait. Did it go in that order?
No, they still have not announced.
Okay, I thought you were saying that they talked about Dude Wipes and they were like, and on that note, it's Black History Month.
Yo, that would be crazy.
I was like, well, who did Kevin Nash produce the second?
Do you think Jesse Jackson gets a graphic before Friday?
No.
Or do you have Cody Rhodes come out and be like,
oh God,
we're saddened that Jesse Jackson.
I think I realized now, low key, why I haven't watched wrestling the last week and a half. I think it was the Raheem thing. Like that might have been why I have not watched. I just thought about that. I was like,
wild question. Vince era. Does he come out with a kufi the next week?
Oh my God.
Yeah. In Vince era, yes.
In the Vince era, maybe. Yes, maybe.
I don't think he does it now because Hunter thinks he takes himself too seriously, with the exception of this box angle.
Yo, so let me get a second real quick. Since we mentioned the Dude Wipes and Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? Let me hit y'all with
you trying to say that black people don't need something to wipe their behinds?
Whoa.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make sure that that's what I'm hearing.
Easy now.
Nah, what I want to know is, did y'all know that in 1962, Bobo Brazil was technically the first black wrestling world heavyweight champion?
Yes, and they don't
recognize it.
Yeah. For some reason, they don't acknowledge it.
He beat what's his name?
I know he beat Andre at one point.
Buddy Rogers.
Okay.
In
Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
in WWF, but they don't acknowledge it. They only acknowledge Ron Simmons as the
Interesting.
first Black World Champion.
Interesting. Huh.
Hmm.
Well, isn't that something?
It is indeed something.
I wonder why they don't.
Well, I mean, that was 20 years before they started, pushing Black wrestlers. So,
Well, I wonder if they just don't consider the WWF matches like part of the lineage or whatever of the belt. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I wonder if there's like a tag team that they're, oh yeah, they held that in the WWF, but then are ignoring that purposely for whatever reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he was WWF United States champ 7 times, and the Hall of Famer in the 90s. But for some reason, it says, I'm reading down here, not officially recognized as champion because of conflicting interests. That's all it says.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So that's it. It's just conflicting interests.
Which could be a number of different things.
It could be a lot of things. I have no idea. And like, it's good that we have records of a lot of this stuff, but I mean, there were times, I mean, there's even people saying like, yo, Ric Flair might be more than a 16-time, you know what I mean?
And Flair has come out and said that. He was
yeah,
like,
said it before.
He's like, I won the title in so-and-so like 3 other times.
Yeah, there were like times where they were just flip-flopping it, on like day shows, and then he'd get it back in the night and things like that. So yeah, there were so many times where it was happening and they just didn't keep up with it. I think
they officially go back to the recognized NWA era. Because some of those shows, Flair, the reason he got it back that day was because the promoter probably paid him extra to drop it for shock value. I know he did that in Puerto Rico, and that was never a recognized drop. He did that in Dominican Republic as well, where they didn't speak about it. Like they cut him bread, and then he'd be like, I don't know, I didn't lose my belt. What are you talking about? Because it's it's like the 80s and the 70s. Like by the time that videotape makes it across to the company, you be home and be like, what are you talking about?
Right. And it's not just him though, because there's an Antonio Inoki run that is not recognized too. So yeah, it wasn't just like, well, maybe it was racial, but no, they don't recognize certain 1970s and 80s WWF title changes.
Because it was
most
about
notably
that bread.
Antonio Inoki in 79 won it. There's just a main, I don't know. They just won't even really
it comes off
it.
like you have the prop, right? You're physically a representation of the prop, and you're in a country, and they're like, bro, here's his extra $5,000. Let our guy beat you. And you're thinking like, who's gonna care? Nobody's gonna believe this. Dave Meltzer is not writing about this. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody cares. I'll take the extra cheese on top, and then you know what? I'll come out and win it the next event. So that's a double payday because he's probably booked for an extra day, and they got to give him bread. And it's like, it's not like he can easily be like, yeah, hold on, let me call NWA. Yep, sure.
I like
they
number
said
throw that
okay.
was 5,000. Like that was buying a house back then.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like for this person, it's like the national hero. It's like you know what I mean? Like you can't do that now. That's why a lot of people like the business has changed. Like think about this. You know what I mean? Like AEW. If MJF could defend the belt at any non-televised promotion and lose it and win it back that night and nobody will know about it, you know how much money he'll make? Have like, Tom Smith out of Ohio Championship Wrestling taking pictures with the AEW title because they gave him 30 racks. Like, you know what I mean? So he could have that on his resume. Or that's his home.
I think you oddly picked probably the least likely person that I think would do that.
But
I think
you know
MJF
what I mean.
would be like, fuck
I'm talking
you.
about as a title person. Hell,
Yeah.
you give it to Penta. I think Penta will do it on TV in Mexico. If Penta was in WWE, it'd be like,
Oh, Penta would drop it
hey,
in AAA
Holmes.
for sure.
Oh,
Like-
totally. You know, it's interesting, and maybe it is a lot of times. I was just reading through another article about title reigns that aren't recognized. A lot of them are because of the NWA connection, but that one in particular is not. But Jimmy Snuka was a two-time ECW champ, but the ECW championship was connected to the NWA in its beginning, so they don't count what happened before Shane Douglas, I think.
Yeah, when he
Which
threw
is
the
kinda
title
interesting.
down and said,
Because it was merged at some point, yeah,
Yeah.
and then they separated it.
ECW initially was Eastern Championship Wrestling based out of PA. And
Okay.
then when the National Alliance literally kicked them out because of the video footage of Shane Douglas throwing their belt on the floor, they were like, "Oh, you're out of the fold." And then they were like, "All right, screw it," because we did this because we wanted more press so we could kick off Eastern Championship Wrestling being Extreme Championship Wrestling. Like it was
Right.
a whole reason behind it.
But
It's
they
like,
didn't.
Bro,
yeah.
I still remember going to my buddy's place where he had one of the black cable boxes that could get everything so that we could watch ECW out of Philly.
I remember that.
Bro,
Oh,
those
man.
programs used to come out at 2 a.m. When I say it was guerrilla style wrestling, it's like no frills. It's like one still focused shot. It's like, hey, did you get the Sandman falling on his neck? Nah.
And
It
then
was on a different angle. They got behind the pillar. I couldn't get it. I'm sorry, brother.
so we would go over and watch that at like I legitimately think it showed Saturdays at like 2 a.m. And
Wow.
then the first ever like pay-per-view that we got to like that we actually knew was coming up was the one with Al Snow that the first time they did all the mannequins.
So
Uh,
and this is where I alienate Derek because he's a child. So I was so sophisticated back then. I had an adapter that I bought at Radio Shack because we had a black box, and I would run it through my VCR. You guys remember when you used to set timers? And after like getting in trouble, because I don't know about y'all, but my mom, like, she didn't care if I was up late. It's just like she better not see that TV light on. So I used to just set it, and I had it down, and like it was to the point, Hustling Marcos. When WWE was popping, I used to have tapes, bro. I used to sell them joints for $20 a pop. Be like, "Oh, you ain't see the last 2 episodes? Got them right here."
At the
Let me know.
pay-per-view, $50.
Yeah. I remember I had my friends, and this is how shit I used to be as a kid. Like I just invite people like, "Oh, you're not seeing the Royal Rumble? You're not seeing WrestleMania?" If you come to my crib, I used to be like, "Hey man, these pay-per-views cost a lot of money, so I'm gonna need like $20 from each one of y'all." And people will give me the bread. And then nobody will ever put it together. The pay-per-view would just start. Be like, wait a minute.
Like, wait, you didn't pay for this.
Yeah, we definitely we had a group back in the day for all the WCW pay-per-views would rent out a hall that had this big projection TV. Not like a projector, just a projection TV that was like, I don't know, as big as my entire desk area right here and comes out from the wall like 4.5, 5 feet. And we would each pay $5
Wow.
and rent the hall, and then the hall would schedule somebody to work, and they would make popcorn and hot dogs, and we would buy all our stuff right there.
Nice.
It was dope.
So one other thing, I don't know if y'all talked about it, but have you talked about this AJ Styles tribute thing that's supposed to happen next week?
No, but before we get into it, we want, since everybody talked about it, what are your thoughts on the Kevin Nash, Javon Evans comments?
Oh, yeah.
Was it inherently racially motivated, or was it like he said, "I'm just a 66-year-old white man from Detroit"? Like the consensus is we think that he wants crime time, and I'm like, dog, come on, man. When it's not 94, what are we doing here?
I think so. Like a lot of the older guys, they're just stuck in their ways of what things are supposed to be. I mean, his words. this is everybody don't need podcasts, man.
Like,
Like,
hold on.
yo,
Derek said it the best. I think he wants like Javon to be a YN. And
yeah,
it's like,
I
that's not
love
him.
how
If you know Javon,
the
that's not
two-
him.
I hate how the two settings that he thinks black wrestlers have are Mr. Bojangles and Urban. those
Right.
are the two settings.
Both egregious terms in my opinion.
Right. It's like, come on, dog. Like, that's ridiculous. So this is where I wish like a good like co-host would push back on him and be like, okay, so what about the New Day when they were face and they were, would you say they were more Bojangles or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would like for somebody to push him back a little bit in that situation so he could realize how stupid he sounds. Because when you just let him talk, he's just going.
Do you think that he walks it back?
Well, now that it's gone super viral, he probably will. But man, this is one of those times I'm lucky enough to call Sean Waltman a friend, and I really wanted to text him when I saw that. But I'm
surprised you didn't.
I'm not doing it because this dude's living his life, and I really wanted to just see his thoughts on this. But like I was like, I'm not going to drag you into some stupid internet stuff. But I am very curious because I'm sure he probably saw that and was like, Kev, no, like
that's what I like.
Don't you?
Do you think he got a phone call from Sean or H? And it's like, dog, what are you doing?
Maybe. I don't know. You think Triple H is online like that? You think he's in it like that?
I think somebody brought it real quick.
This left the real internet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is probably, I think somebody probably reached out to Javon Evans in the office and was like, even if he never indicated a reply, be like, hey man, let's just not say anything here. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm more surprised that his mom, who's very active on social media, did not say anything.
I was surprised by that too. I was looking for it.
So that means there might have been a discussion had in there where they were like, "Hey, yo, please don't address
because like
this."
I think Shawn Michaels is more popping than him, and I don't think he would have said that, not even in his heyday. Like,
no, that's why I'm surprised. Like, yo, I feel like the Tyra Banks meme, like, we were rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. Like, we love Kevin Nash, bro. Like, he's damn near one of us. Yo, like, we
does he
love
get a pass
Kevin Nash
because of that? Or is kind of like, nah.
No, you don't. That's what makes it more egregious. Cause like, yo, you should know better. Like, Kev is a dude that I've heard him talk a lot and been like, oh, he gets it. Right. And now it's the complete opposite where I'm like, oh, you don't get it. Oh, you thought you were too comfortable.
Because I asked Shane and Derek this, do you think it would still be warranted the full backlash if he would have been like, and it's just a different way is saying the same thing. I wish he was more Fresh Prince instead of Carlton.
Yeah, that would have been fine. I think, but his reference,
but it's the same
points
thing,
of reference is so crazy. No,
I disagreed on that. I'm like, nope.
Maybe it wouldn't have been. Maybe it wouldn't have been any
What?
better.
I mean,
that sounds like. Let's be honest. That sounds like if you saw that quote and you didn't know who said it, I'd have been like, I'll actually, you know what? I'll ask all of y'all. If you saw that quote and you didn't know who said it, who would you think it said it? I would have thought
dude.
I would have thought
Val Venus,
freaking Cornette or something.
What's the dude?
I don't think Cornette is. Cornette had
even
hot racial takes like
Cornette
that. I know he just
have-
hates everybody.
He wouldn't have even done that. Cornette wouldn't have even done that. I would have thought somebody old and racist, older than
dude
Nash.
that used to run with Swagger. The old dude that used to run with Swagger, the Real American Americans.
Oh,
he
yeah.
actually is not like that.
Okay,
that's who I would have thought.
That was all character.
He said
He said some wild stuff.
He said some stuff.
He said some wild stuff recently.
Yeah, he's on. That's kind of like, I think he's adopted the gimmick at this point. He's living the gimmick.
I don't anybody that looks like him, and I'm stereotypical.
I can't feel like, yo,
anyone that looks like them, it's just, I don't expect it.
That's where, okay, like that part is why we probably shouldn't even be surprised, because it's like, okay, old out of touch dude says old out of touch things, and that's kind of what happens.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I had an older parent. Like, my mom lived until she was in her mid 70s, and she had some hot takes on a couple of things, and I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Is it that situation? Or is it like, nah, he said it with his chest and he meant every word?
I told you that pause where he sits there for about 5 or 6 seconds and goes, "Should I say this? Yeah, send it." Is where I go.
Like he actually thought about this.
Like you thought about it. It wasn't.
He knew what he was. Quick. He knew what he was saying.
So
like he literally knew.
It wasn't an old white man out of touch, or was it a racial thing? That's what I'm trying to. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not caping for him, but like in my heart of hearts, I don't want to believe
Marcos,
that he's racist.
You're a professional caper, and I'm gonna stop there. But you have more bail. You are the bail bondsman for most people. So I'm ready for you to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
No. I'm just saying, like, in my heart of hearts, I don't want to believe he's racist, but it's maffing that he is.
Nah, like, this cat, no, it's and it ain't even sometimes it's not racism, it's just too comfortable. It's just he's grown up around, he's played ball, he's from Detroit, like he's grown up around black folks, so he knows some things, but you also should know things not to say.
But how can you say comfort and not like I feel like it's racism. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's a comfort thing. Like, if he would have came out and said the N-word,
that was racist. But it's definitely the fact that he hesitated on it is that he knew this was somehow inappropriate.
Now
and he still let it fly.
The alternative was that me and Derek, before you guys came and ran in, was this clickbait? Was this for people to start talking, or was it like, God damn it,
you don't want this kind of clickbait?
Okay.
Well, first of all, you know who I'm gonna blame? I'm gonna blame Shore, and I'm gonna blame Amazon, and I'm gonna blame whoever sold him a podcast mic, because I've had enough. You know,
is this gonna hit him in the wallet?
I wonder. This is what I want to have happen. I want Triple H to be like, "Hey Kev, so we're putting in a new policy in the Legends contracts that if any of you guys start podcasts, we're cutting you off." Like, this should not be like, no, I don't want anything to do with you if you could just say something this crazy like this. Like, so it should affect your wallet somewhere. Okay. And I don't know if he already is under a Legends deal or what, but like, I just feel like there should be some sort of a consequence when that kind of thing happens.
When he walks it back, if he does, is it genuine, or is it going to be like, oh, this is messing with my money? That's where I'm like, at this point, a walk back is not genuine.
You can't walk it back. He's not even that type of dude. Like, he's always like, oh, I don't care what the internet says about me, whatever. But yeah, racist is like one of the worst things you can get. So I'm sure he's going to have to fight back on that a little bit. But okay, here's the big controversial question. Was he right?
No.
No.
I thought you were going to hit us with something serious.
This is like, you know.
Okay, because the point he's trying to make is Javon smiles too much. He wants attitude from him. Do you think that's a thing?
So he wants him to be swerve?
Yo, the WWE is now in a situation that people are just being themselves, and it's coming across genuine.
Yeah.
If he doesn't smile and he's not himself, he's gonna come off like The Rock when he was Rocky Maivia. Like, dog, this ain't you.
But at some point, don't you need a gimmick? Like, if your gimmick is that you're just happy to be there, like, is that?
I don't think that's his gimmick. I think he's a young kid living his dream. That's far exceeds his gimmick.
He's like the young football player that made it through whatever, and now is, you know what I'm saying, in the pros.
This is pro wrestling. You know this ain't football.
True, but I'm just saying, like, how hyped they are. Like my thing, the reason I like Kofi so much when I was younger is Kofi actually reminded me of my cousin when my cousin played football. You know what I'm saying? From the build to the locks to just how, you know what I'm saying, how hyped Kofi, you know what I'm saying, was back then, you know what I'm saying, in the Jamaican gimmick. It's the same thing with Javon.
Okay. So he's basically Kofi, which is fine. I think Kofi was great and so over, and you know, only gimmick was Jamaican, but it was most of the time it was just a happy guy. You know what I mean?
I think the best gimmicks is you amplifying your personality, and I think he has a genuine quality of just being a young kid in an adult world.
I will say, yes, and that I agree with. I hate to even quote him because this stuff is so controversial, but he wasn't totally wrong. He kind of went in on Kevin Nash, Alfred, cat. This is nasty, I think, on Twitter. And so he did a little video and he was like, yo, this old dude is so out of it because clearly he doesn't understand that Javon has more swag than most of that locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so to try to put him in this box, like, oh, he's just a happy-go-lucky guy. Like, nah, like there actually is more to him than that. So this is just showing your lack of knowledge on this. And so, man, this is definitely becoming.
I think if somebody of his age group, Javon Evans is the most accurate depiction because I see him and I see my nephews. Like they're very respectful in the back. Like, hey, OG, like let's have a match. Like, you know what I mean? He's not going in the back slapping Ned Legends in the face. He's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what you're here for, old ass.
Out of here.
And you just referenced something that I was going to reference. That they 2 weeks ago they did the backstage segment with AJ Styles, and you saw that swagger, and then AJ constantly being like, "That means this," and it being like, "Yeah, I know. Why are you telling me?"
Right.
And then right after that, he's like, "I wish he had kind of more swagger, more to him." Like, no,
right.
Get out.
So he wants crime time. Is that what
that's what I said.
Either that or an amalgamation. He wants a YN. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He wants him to come out with fronts. He wants the little baby of wrestling. You know what I mean?
Well, it's really a shame. You know what I mean? Like, we were rooting for Nash. I really thought, and through most issues, Nash seems to be on the right side of history. But this is just egregious. Like, yo, they should cancel the pod, bro. Like, I don't want to ever hear him talk again.
Okay, so one thing that I also want to bring up, and it's just like,
hang on before we jump off this. Why is it now the only thing I can hear is Javon Evans' new entrance where it goes YN? It's that young OG.
Think about what he's doing. Like, what's next? Is his hot take be like, you know what? There's something that's weighing on my mind. Like, why isn't Jacob Fatu out there without shoes on, with war paint on, and going booga 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 booga? Like, you know what I mean?
Yo. For real,
like that's gonna be the next
kind of ridiculous. Like, yeah, like where does he want him to go with this? Like, I can't even understand it.
Like,
and
or imagine
he maybe at some point, you know, because it's like I just wish he had a good co-host to be like, all right, so what about this? Like, how do you explain? I don't know, Mello. How do you explain? Like, what exactly do you want to see from him that you're not seeing?
I can see somebody like Coach or Khan. What's his name?
Nick.
No. The dude that does the pod with Ric Flair and all this stuff. The dude from that does the wrestling that did Starcast. Ric Flair's
Conrad.
Huh?
Conrad, yes.
Conrad. I can see somebody like Conrad, somebody that's not an employee, but an actual partner of Kevin Nash going back and forth. I feel like the dynamic with his co-host is like, hey, dog, you could be replaced tomorrow. Like, right. I'm the talent.
It's like you just setting these mics up for me, and you let me cook. And so,
and that's one thing that made the original Taker podcast so good, is because that guy would push back. Like, he'd sit there and be like, yep. And then every now and then he'd be like, uh-oh, we're getting one of them Taker moments. Everybody watch out.
But
and then they got rid of
situations like that. Have you guys ever seen Black Dynamite?
Yes.
Yeah.
The movie. You remember when the stuntman got hit by one of the guys, and they go, what the hell? And then all of a sudden they cut again and it's a different stuntman. I think that's what happens when you're like, hey, dog, like, you got to know your role. And I think, unfortunately, and also he's another white guy. What do you think? This white guy's going to cape for us? He's not.
Man.
Like it just sucks. But another thing that we talked about earlier was what in the world is going on with Zilla Fatu? Is he just out there just shooting strays at everybody?
Zilla, man, you can't. Certain people should not be on live streams.
He was at Reality of Wrestling this weekend, and then all I see on my feed is that he said "F you" to Booker T.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think he's working?
I don't know.
Like he supposedly had a big issue with Booker back in the day, and I don't know what it was before that, but apparently they had an issue before that. Did that already happen? Didn't MJF give him a title shot?
It's this Sunday.
Okay.
Do you think
this a mistake?
Do you think does he end up in AEW? And if he does, will this because the shadow ban was in? Maybe he was right. Maybe all the stuff that we're like, yo, what's wrong with you, dog? He's like, dog, I'm fighting for my life. Like my stock was this, and because these people that just be like, I don't like him, my stock is falling like this. Let's be honest, these promoters have power and they talk to each other.
Yeah. Well, I think his stock is also falling because JC Mateo and Tala Tonga and didn't come in and immediately make Bloodline 2.0. They didn't immediately get draw on the show that they're on. And I think that's another reason that his stock has fallen. You can't just rely on that name to come in and be the mark.
I can see Zilla Fatu fitting in a program where if Jey Uso finally turns on Jimmy and turns heel, I think Zilla will be his heater. That's the only place where he fits at this point. He can't be Simone number 19 in MFT, and Jacob Fatu does not need to be with anybody.
Man.
Keep this man away from everybody. Matter of fact, change his last name. Just be Jacob.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Have to be something else. I don't know, man.
It's tough, ain't it?
It's hard to root for a guy who's like his stock was through the roof just a couple years ago, and we just knew like
fish grease.
This man was hot. Like, we just knew it was a matter of time he was about to pop up somewhere. And now, and the worst part about it, and this is how I can tell it's bad, is that you don't see promos, you don't see matches, you don't see moves going viral. You just hear what he's saying going viral or his antics going viral.
Right.
And it's like, it's never his work. You know what I mean? And that's where it's like, come on, like just being Samoan is not enough. I don't think.
You being a successful content creator, Rand, these lives that he's doing, is that more for his personal gain, or this is some motivation? Somebody's paying him to do these things.
He must.
Because I feel like paid. Instagram Live, that's where he's just venting. It's like a diary, dog.
He must be getting paid. Like somebody must be paying him to get on their platform, or he's just going live himself or something. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I can't. If the WWE wanted him, they'd have got him by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think the fact that didn't happen, he's crashing out. I think he's just crashing out.
He has so much family in the WWE. You don't think anybody can pull him aside? Like, dog, like this is a family intervention. If I'm related to him, I'm pulling him up and be like, hey, young blood.
Yeah. Unless somebody already told him, like, they're not messing with you, dog. Like, for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Unless he was told that and now he's just crashing out. I can't understand it. Like, you got to know that you're this close. You know what I'm saying? And Booker T is a company guy. Like, he's your guy. He's your way in. Yeah. So, but I also think this is possibly, he just tweeted F Booker T, and they're saying that was a response supposedly to MJF giving Booker T a lot of love. So he could be working. I don't know.
It's too close to him crashing out.
Time will tell, I guess.
It's too close.
Like, I felt like the whole thing with what's his name, the GCW guy, like he said what he said because he knew he was going to elicit a response, and then Brett came out and did the most un-Brett thing. He was like,
Brett
hey,
went
man.
all the way high road.
Like, it's like, woo.
Like, they're rooting for, everybody's rooting for him. Like, why are you crashing out?
Like, checkmate.
Like, Brett could bury you. Like, he could bury you. And he chose not to. He was like, man, we touched him when nobody wanted to touch him. And I thought our experience with him was great. Like, I don't know. And it's like, that's like almost the worst.
Like, hey man, this guy just cursed you out, Rand. And Rand is like, you know what? That's a shame. I have nothing but respect and love for him.
He said, like, God bless you.
Like,
right.
But not like in a tongue-in-cheek way. It's like, ooh. And then you just
like, that hurts worse. Yeah. That hurts worse because you're not getting, and it's the company that you think loves drama, GCW, and they don't even want it.
Bro, you know? not even Joey said anything. Joey was like, anyway, so here's a Sandman retiring.
Yeah, bro. I don't get it, man. It's somebody said every wrestling family has their own Teddy Hart.
Yeah, and, I remember that, and I hope it's not him. I really hope in my heart of hearts it's not him, dog.
Yeah, I saw that exact quote.
He might be the Teddy Hart. I don't know, because
like he has this intangible about him. Like, yo, he has his aura. First of all, me and Rand glossed about it. He looks like a very scary dude, but he's the super nicest person when you meet with fans. He's very good with kids and everything. But he has his aura, and then it's like,
cool.
You know,
I got to meet him at World in damn it, the words ain't coming out. Vegas.
Yeah.
So he was mad chill.
So I think people in the Reddit thread are convinced that this is a work. Like, he wrestled for Booker T's promotion like a day ago, and so he's just working. He's this is MJF heat or whatever. For whatever reason, MJF decided to come to Cape for Booker T, but I think that happened because Wrestling Observer named him the worst commentary or whatever.
So I'm gonna ask you this, everybody: is Wrestling Observer relevant anymore, or it's become a joke of a joke of a joke?
It's a joke.
I'm gonna ask you this: were they ever actually relevant?
I think when the space that they occupied was very niche and there was nobody else breaking through. But I think Sean Ross Sapp has overtaken him. And in terms of real journalism, in terms of you having good interviews, I think Chris Van Vliet overtook him years ago. I think this guy's peddling a newsletter which is so old that people don't care. And he's not, it's like if WWE came out with like a Mean Gene hotline right now. It's like, bro, nobody cares. But he's still making bread, or else he wouldn't do what he does.
Yeah, clearly he has a lot of subscriptions that they haven't gone away.
And it's like the thing that I don't like about it, like Sean Ross Sapp, and maybe I'm incorrect about this. You guys read his stuff more than I do, but I feel like he takes himself out of reporting the news. Dave uses a lot of I, and Brian Alvarez does I feel or I think. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they have the ultimate brain when it comes to booking. Like, am I wrong on that?
Yeah, it does. It does feel very elitist in their approach on what wrestling should be like. And I just hate that they always try to bring across this, like, we know what's going to happen. And then the moment it doesn't happen, it's like, they changed it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
they also have a perspective, in my opinion, that is old. They have not evolved with what wrestling has become, and they are almost that Jim Cornette. Well, it shouldn't be like that because that's not what the wrestling business is about. Well, things change over time, and not everybody needs to be urban if they're a black athlete. Like that's not the world that we're living in now.
I also think that when they discover something or start like glazing something, it's over. It's too late. Like once they started glazing New Japan was like dropping. And now
they are not the cutting edge guys to follow when you're looking for the new hot or innovation.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't take their opinions too seriously. You know, I think Dave killed it when he went above 5 stars on his ratings.
he
I think
jumped
that's
his own shark.
Yeah, that's when he did it. I was like, okay, this is ridiculous now. Like, you don't even respect your own system.
As soon as there was the Meltzer driver and talent was acknowledging how insane it was with movesets, you're done.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that that happened with New Japan for sure, where a lot of those guys, basically the elite, would begin almost creating matches with him in mind.
Right.
And it's like, all right, now you're going too far. Like, you were just trying to make a match that will pop him. And
yeah, like the PWG. Like, I felt like that card literally was like a smorgasbord to like satisfy Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, why does this one man have all this power? Like, he should not.
I don't know, man, because he wears acid wash jeans.
Yeah, it's usually anytime I watch him, it's usually to laugh, to be like, here he goes again. Here's another joke.
And bro,
like,
the fact that Dark Side of the Ring uses him as like the historian, it's like,
right?
Like, there's so many old heads that used to book that it's not on Vince's payroll, and you consistently bring this guy. Like, I don't know. But so, are you guys excited at all for Elimination Chamber? Like, real, like without thinking about it. I don't know if I am.
Nah.
I want to know who's in the box. So yeah,
I'm here for the box.
I'm uber.
That's
we
gonna be
this,
the most disappointing.
We got to get this Jericho thing over with. If it's gonna happen,
if it's
get
Jericho,
it over with.
I'm gonna be upset. I'm like, we don't need this. Like, dog, I did not like yo. Like, by the time he got super over with his song, I was the only one going like, but this guy still sucks.
Yeah, Jericho. The overall, the world, like the internet's opinion of him, it just flipped so fast. Like, he was undoubtedly a GOAT. He was a top 5 for me, dead or alive, probably about 6 years ago. You know what I mean? Where I was like, this is the most creative, like, combining creative plus talent. He's probably a all-timer.
His career.
And then it was like, I don't want to see him anymore ever again.
His career, if you had to sum up his career the last couple of years, is playing a video of Hogan when he ripped his shirt and he was walking to the back and the shirt is hanging down by his legs, just real sad and whimper. That's Jericho's last 6 years in the industry, where it's like, you know, in 2019, 2020, when you were attached to him, you're like, oh, they believe in you. AEW is going to strap a rocket to you. Now it's like, oh, who did you piss off?
Right. Bro, I'm trying to think. That was 2018. I'm almost ashamed to say, I literally made plans to go to Japan just because he was fighting Kenny Omega. I was like, I have to see this match. And that was 2018. Wasn't that long ago. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I need to see this. And now I'm like, I don't want to see this.
I just want to see the reveal and the break the walls down hit.
I'll pop for that. I will pop.
I'll be like, oh shit.
I'll pop for that. And now that we know that Gunther has no WrestleMania plans now,
listen,
yes.
No,
Monday Night Raw.
I don't want to see it.
There we go.
God.
I just need that. That's what I need. I need him to come out, start off Raw. I'm so glad to be back. And cut him off immediately.
Yo, don't even give me a match. Don't give me a match. Have him choke him out like Dragon Lee, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, how great
just hang him.
They hit the AJ Styles music again, and then Gunther walks out and is like, nope, you're next.
So, speaking of AJ, and I think we can finish up on this. What the hell is this tribute about? Technically, they didn't even announce AJ at it. They're just like, we're having a tribute.
I don't know.
Are they going to have a My Fire type video?
I have no clue, man.
for AJ Styles?
I don't know. Like most of the time when you do these things, it's that like there's an angle connected. So remember, like New Day, the big anniversary thing. Last thing I'm thinking about is
Great.
that.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever you try to do a tribute, something has to happen. So I think Gunther crashes this completely, and then maybe I have no idea what happens.
Do they jump the shark and give us a fake AJ Styles, complete with the puka shell necklace? Just a random dude from the back that was in developmental for like 4 years.
I can't.
Yo, or they find like a midget wrestler and just do that.
No, not Hornswoggle coming back out as AJ
We get a
Styles
small
again.
AJ. We do something silly, and then it makes AJ so mad that he's at home somewhere, and now he gets up off the couch, and now they want to go have one last fight at WrestleMania. And I hope that's not where it goes, but I feel like that's what's going to happen here. This is the 52 fake out.
I'm hoping not.
To an AJ
if they
comeback.
do that, that means two things. Number one, WWE is desperate for Mania. Like desperate that they're like,
Yep.
They hit breaking case ticket sales are slow. Like
Yep.
box.
That means
Like,
they
you know what
called
I mean?
Stone
Like-
Cold. He didn't answer. He didn't pick up.
Like they overpaid him. They were like, hey, so I'll come back for the rest of the year. It's like, no, we just need you at Mania. Give us something. Here's $3 million for
Yo.
one last bet.
They would, yeah, like it. If they were that desperate, wouldn't they call Cena? You know what I mean? Like,
I
Cena
think
ain't coming
Cena's
back.
one of the few people that is like,
Cena like, bro, I don't need the money.
nah, I'm done.
Yeah, he
maybe,
got
what if
Hollywood
they
money.
give us a Cena special guest referee?
It's not the money though for Cena. Cena
Yeah,
loves
that's
the
what I'm saying.
game so much that if they were like, we need
But
you,
he
he'd
said
find a
he
way.
wasn't doing it. He gave
No,
his
but I
word.
can see him be.
He already
if they
gave
go
up.
that AJ route.
Yeah.
Now his word ain't worth nothing.
So if they
Yeah.
go that AJ route and have Cena be the special guest referee, that's a moment.
Yeah, you get a moment.
And then
that might
have him
sell a few
raise AJ
tickets.
Styles' hand, and AJ comes out and says, you know, this was I wanted to finish out on a win, and then
And then
Like,
Gunther is
finish
Gunther is
out the
buried
win.
again.
You
No,
don't finish
because
out
they
on a
do-
win.
Sounds
You
Then
good.
have
you're-
Cena
Yeah,
getting
then your
into-
legend killer
Sounds
is dead. The legend killer gimmick is dead.
Okay.
For what?
So in order for
AJ
him
to get a
be
pop?
the legend killer, he has to.
Kill the legend.
Yes.
Okay.
He
So
already
what if
did.
what
the
if
thing, he already
Jericho
did.
and AJ Styles, they do AJ Styles being the special guest enforcer and Jericho being the match,
Ah,
and then have an obvious AJ Styles and like cost Gunther you don't bury the legend killer there.
So what you're saying is he's the masked man. It's really-
Huh?
oh, so now AJ's the masked man.
AJ's the masked man in the hoodie.
No.
It all comes back to the masked man.
Do you even care at this point? I lost interest.
I don't
Oh, the
care.
masked man?
No.
Yeah. I lost interest. The
I'm
moment
curious.
Braun
I still
Breaker-
want to know what the phone call is, so I haven't lost interest yet.
Well, that's one of those articles said that too. Like maybe the phone call is Jericho. Like that'll come back to Jericho. And it'll be the box. Like the call maybe had something to do with the box.
what
But
call you guys referring to?
But it was
To the one
Adam
bef-
Pierce's call, and then Adam Pierce.
Adam Pierce got a call that made him all scared or something.
on
and
Monday.
he's like, "This is someone that even Triple H has to think about or whatever would be scared
on
of."
Monday, on yesterday.
No, this
Yeah,
happened
this was
a
a
while
month
back.
ago, 2 months ago.
That was a while back, yeah, before Rumble. So I thought it was maybe Powerhouse Hobbs. We were saying, but they haven't even done that yet. Have they debuted
He
Hobbs
hasn't
officially?
came back out since.
He did,
He
think
had a
they're
main
doing-
event match.
Oh,
That-
he did a
that-
dark match.
Yeah,
He got a
and it
dark
was a
match.
dark match, not filmed for TV. I think they're slow rolling him because they don't want him to get lost in the shuffle, which
Mm.
makes sense because again,
They
they
found
don't
out
want
that he's
this man to
49
get
years old.
No,
Nah, he's old. That
That
bump card.
21.
That bump
They're
card is
trying to
really
make
high.
him special. Also,
Where does Oba go?
Man, they're making him special. They're making Rusev special. They're making everybody
no,
special.
Rusev. Did anybody peep the Rusev Day T-shirt? that's not even printed that he wore under his backstage promo when he ran into Oba last night?
Yeah.
Wait, it's not even printed? What do you mean?
So
not
it's
on
his
the
old
shop.
shirt. It's not on WWE shop. Like he came out like this. You see how I'm wearing the Rock shirt? He came out and confronted Oba, obviously, Rusev Day t-shirt under his button down. And then they just looked at each other. And then he walked out.
Yeah, I just looked for it, and there is no Rusev Day.
Where do y'all
t-shirt.
think he's going? Where do y'all think Oba's going though?
I don't know. I
I think
think
he's going to be on Raw.
Which brand would you book him on?
I would book him on Raw just because I want.
Raw.
There's so many big behemoths that he could beat the crap out of there.
Yeah,
And it's my flagship. It's on Netflix. It's the one that I'm getting the most money for.
that's the big show. Yeah.
And
I don't know if y'all saw this. That's funny. I looked up Rusev Day shirt. Couldn't find one, of course, but I did find this random Big E shirt. That's pretty good.
I like that.
Is a Big E shirt on the shop? Let me go.
Yeah.
So
it's got like power positivity on the back.
All right,
It's kinda cool.
let's end this
But
on a
it's not the old
sad
shirt?
note. Let's
That's
end this
old.
on a sad
Wait,
note.
hold on. Before you end it, what's up with all the stones on the belts on SmackDown? Why they all falling off? Why is it the same stones that's on the belts that I buy?
Uh-oh.
It's because they're using replicas.
Y'all ain't noticed
Wait
that?
a minute. That's this is the part where cue the Chappelle gif where he splashes the water and runs off. Because
I'm
What do you mean?
curious.
There ain't no oil. There ain't no oil. Bye.
I think maybe you're discovering the what they don't want you to know is that they're using replicas on TV.
Yep.
It hurts my heart.
Yeah.
You know,
there's
Bro,
replicas on
because
TV.
those
Yo,
belts
The
they
real thing
get
that hurt my
stolen all
heart.
the time.
The real thing that hurt my heart is when they came out there and there was Velcro on that thing.
Yo, for real. I saw the Velcro. I was like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, you're talking about this belt. This is an old shirt.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I never
the
seen
clearance
it.
one. I
So
got
the
it.
Sad,
It's just
sad news.
It's $45. That's clearance.
which one? Oh, yeah, this is old.
So
No.
Shoot.
I thought you were talking about the other one.
it's Pro Spear. Pro
Yeah,
Spear. Those are
it should be
always
cheap.
that one's been out for a while. Because if you
I
look
like it, though.
under New Day, there's a whole. They got a few of them.
Oh, I kind of like it though, but
so
it should be discounted, but it's not.
ending on sad news.
All right.
What's up with Austin, man? Is that a legit injury? Is he on the shelf for a minute? Shoulders,
I don't know.
that's a complicated injury.
I don't know.
Or is that a
This has
work?
I don't know. That's it seems weird to announce it, but I guess you kind of have to. I don't know. I was looking, I was like, wait, is there any conventions on the schedule around this time? But I don't know. What say y'all?
I hope it's a work. I don't
Wait,
think
when
it is. I think WWE now has been more transparent on the injuries, and something's in the water over there. They have the next man up mentality, but it's like, man, everybody's getting hurt. Is it the season?
Yo, and like you're working less, which is crazy. Like you're not doing crazy house shows like you used to, and maybe that's a part of it. People talk about that a lot.
You're not conditioned like you.
Yeah, like the constant bumps, the constant movement is what kind of keeps you limbered up. But when you're only doing a couple, gigs a week, it's like
Dom wrestled a very different match yesterday.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he didn't want to go balls to the wall. Like he was like, yo, I just came back. And I'm sensitive to shoulder injuries because that is something. I have bad shoulders, and that's not a cool thing, especially somebody that's like a crazy athlete like him. It sucks.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And it really does suck for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I was about to say I hope it's a work, but I really would hope they would stop playing about the injuries with the way they've been happening. So yeah, I don't know.
And it sucks because then that means that,
or maybe that boy just needs some time off, and you just get some time off,
And that means that I don't think we're gonna get a Usos tag title match at Mania, because that legitimately they've beaten the irrelevant tag teams. Like
who's left?
Like the New Day was left, and I don't want to see Austin Theory and Kofi team up.
Grayson.
That's not the real New Day.
Hell no.
No, we don't want Grayson
No,
as part of
I'm sorry. I keep calling this man Austin Theory, Grayson Waller.
our show's gonna be like, bro. I was like, Austin's on a whole nother team, but
right.
nah, which is crazy.
You can't.
Now
do
we're
that.
gonna
So
get
you
the
just take the belts
Telegraph.
off. You can't take the Usos off Mania though, so they got to figure something out.
No, they already hinted who is it going to be. Who interrupted them, and they stood there in the audience like a bunch of like female anatomy parts. They were like, when the Vision came out, and they were like, "No yeet, no yeet," and they just like, "Oh, okay, I guess."
Well, can we just acknowledge Austin's note to the the WWE universe that Grayson Waller read for us?
Yes, hilarious.
That's good.
He said, "How am I going to come to a place to recover when you all can't even recover from being ugly?"
That's good.
Can okay. I know we were supposed to end there. I just want to acknowledge the fact that Chelsea Green is probably the greatest superstar that's out there. Like, she makes everything work.
Well, you know what? That's a good point. Remember, maybe a couple of episodes we were talking about them kind of ragging on her on Unreal.
Yeah, we talked about the Unreal stuff.
Maybe they know that that's going to get like the reverse effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, where if you say it on TV, then the fans get behind her even more, and maybe they're setting her up for something cool down the road. I have no idea.
Because that backstage segment made me die. I was deceased when she
I'm
came
curious
out.
though, because like she's so good. Like, and how do they not see it? Like the supposed experts,
the writers.
How do they not see that she's so great at doing whatever? Or you take somebody like that kind of for granted, low key, where you're like, oh, well, we can plug you in anytime, so we need you, but just not to be the
like a Miz role.
Yeah, like you need people. You need a hand. You definitely need somebody who's like
the Miz has been enhancement most of his career.
But he had his time at the top too, though.
Yeah, but I think the Miz is the perfect way for you to book a hand. Dolph Ziggler is not. The Miz is. Dolph was purely enhancement, and people felt like, man, they're holding him back. The Miz, they had the formula almost perfect, where they're like, oh man, why are they playing the Miz like this? And then all of a sudden, here's the Miz carrying the company with an IC run. Like when they were feuding, when it was him, Seth, and Balor feuding for the IC belt, they were paying bills for the WWE during that time.
Yeah.
I still love the graphic of the Miz in the back of a limo when he was leaving New York, and he was like, I see you in Philly, and he got the title. It's like he just rolled out. Like, I don't know, but shout out to Chelsea Green.
I personally think that the Miz is the closest comparable for Chelsea Green right now, because I think it's someone that the upper management didn't think would ever get there, didn't think would ever make a difference. And through hard work, making a storyline out of everything they threw at them, making, chicken salad constantly, and just being successful in spots that they shouldn't have been successful in, it is the closest comparison to Chelsea Green.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And I think they're when they're examples of when put in the right spot, they always make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yep. So here's to making it work.
Yep.
Just like this pod.
That's the tagline to sign off on. Here's to making it work.
Yep. On that note, thanks everybody for joining us on another Bumps and Bruises podcast. Thanks everybody for the run-in. You have anything to promote this week for us?
I'm heading on the road pretty soon. Next week I'll be in the Northwest doing where am I going to be? San Francisco, Sacramento, Portland, and Seattle. So hope to see you around. And then Boston, March 5th, and back in Phoenix, March 13th to 15th.
All right.
So what's the weekend of that? Because you could just come right down from Boston to BlurredCon and hang out.
Oh, that's March 5th.
And then March 6th, 7th, 8th.
Oh, is BlurredCon? Oh, man. I wonder if they got my phone number or a way to contact me.
Book 'em.
It's always working, baby.
We'll see.
I accuse the man. We got
All
his
right.
number.
If we going, then we going. So I'll put a word in.
So, guys, thank you again. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, Derek, for always making us connect like Voltron every week. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.